Hey, habari zenu Gen Z family. Welcome to Mental Generations. Today is one of those days that I'm just excited about doing this video. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but let me not bore you with all of that background, okay? Are you sitting there with a degree but, or basically not a degree but feeling like the job market is a riddle you just can't solve? It's like a mismatch of things. Are you hearing the whispers that AI is going to take all your jobs? Jobs that you haven't even got yet? That's scary, right? Well, listen closely. In 2026, the goal sio tu kusekiwa hiyo degree. The goal ni kusekiwa the whole bag, yani the whole package. Ya kwamba ujue ni nini utaweza fanya with what you already have kutumia AI, alright? Hiyo AI ni maogopo, hiyo ni scary, hiyo kutumia kufanya nini, how to do kenye inaendelea. So I'm giving you the strategic playbook. This is serious. This is a very important video, specifically designed for African context, Kenyan context to be specific. We are moving from fear to authority, and you need to hear this. But guys, ngoja kidogo kwanza. Before we dive into the secrets of becoming an AI powerhouse, please do me a favor, guys. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. If you have subscribed, a massive thank you. You don't want to be left behind while the rest of the world levels up. So let's get into it without wasting time. Alright. So this is our roadmap. We aren't looking at 2024 or 2025. Iyo imeenda. We are looking at 2026. Alright? The guide is about one thing. Moja tu. AI Career Authority. This title sounds very, very intentional and very timely. We are shifting the mindset from being job seekers to being strategic assets. That is it. Okay? So, let's filter out the noise and get to the truth of the matter. Tunajuanga kwamba the truth is that kwa ground vitu huwa different, right? And you've heard the noise, oh, AI will replace us, but let's be real. Let's be real. The truth is that the robots aren't coming for your whole job. They are coming for the boring parts of the job, those ones that they can do, right? The repetitive tasks. Let the machines have them. You are made for more, guys. You were made for much more. However, who are you actually competing against? Here's a wake-up call, guys. Because the person you're competing against is the one sitting next to you in that office, or that other, or the cohort of students that you graduated with, or that friend of yours, or whoever. But it's the person, it's not the machine, okay? And that person you're competing with, the one who is going to get that job, is the one who knows how to use AI better than you do. So gaps here between humans na machines. Gap between wenye wanajua kutumia AI kufanya kazi yao vizuri kushinda wengine, na wenye hawajui, wale wenye kwa fence, ama wale wenye ambao hawataki kujua kutumia AI kufanya kazi zao better. Hata sahi, by the way, if you're going for an interview, make sure that unaweza kufanya some tasks kuzi-automate na AI, kwamba kama ni design kuwe very creative, utumie AI kufanya hizo vitu quicker and much better than you would on a regular basis. Of course, keeping in mind that AI iko na biases zake, na wewe ndio expert kwa hiyo mambo, so wewe ndio unakuwa the human in the loop ya kumake sure kwamba vitu ziko sawa. So, if this is already making sense to you, please take a second to share this video to your WhatsApp status. Share this video to your networks, to your Facebook page, to your friends and family. Let's make sure your whole squad is ready for going through 2026 differently, because knowledge is much better when shared. Okay? All right. So next we are shifting your operational model, calling it the unshakable approach in 2026. It's not the basic approach of 2024 of the years past. So ask yourself, how do you use AI? If you're just telling ChatGPT, for example, to write me a CV, that's what you type in the prompt. My goodness, that is outdated. You are still in 2024. To be unshakable in 2026, you need a high-value orchestration. In my other video, I mentioned being not just an enthusiast, but an architect. Be an architect of your own CV. Make sure unaweka hiyo kitu mzuri kwa ile prompt, because an output in ChatGPT, for example, or any LLM is basically as strong as the input. So your prompt or your input, what you type in kwa ile box yenye una type in kuiambia what to do for you, it needs to be strong. So don't just ask for a CV. Command the AI to analyze global trends, locally and globally, and to draft you a market entry strategy or as a CV for the role that you're applying for. And then you're going to be going through it and, fixing the errors that may be. Make sure you don't just copy an AI resume that you have made and then you paste it. I have seen, by the way, some videos of people basically just copy pasting, and the AI has made mistakes, and it's a shame, because you're not going to get that job, guys. If that is you, just sorry, but that's the truth. You're not going to get it, so just forget about it. Make sure that your prompts are strong. Make sure you go through the errors and correct them and furnish that thing. Let that thing be top notch. That is how you become a strategic asset to yourself first, before even anybody hires you. Okay? We are in 2026, guys. It is you plus AI, and that is what gives the rest of the result. So, that's how you show authority. Imagine walking into an interview and saying you can do the research of a 10-person team in 10 minutes. When you combine your human brain with AI tools, you aren't just an employee, you are an entire department. And companies are basically cutting costs. Which company wouldn't want to cut costs and still get the job done? That is where the replacement is coming in. So if you can do the job of an entire department thanks to AI, then that is the way to go. This is how you negotiate the salaries, even when you're negotiating what you're going to be paid, guys. Playbook 2. Build the human-only firewall. We're talking about stacking your skills. Alright? We know AI will do the data processing, the data processing, itafanya logic na syntax. Lakini, kuna vitu AI haitaweza fanya. Ndio tunaita the human-only firewall. Na kama umefanya cyber security hata entry level firewall ndio nini? Ni ile protection ambayo iko pale kwa networks yenye ina sieve off attacks within the cyberspace to keep companies' assets safe. And by this I mean digital assets. So, human-only firewall ni ile ambayo AI izifanya. Vitu kama empathy na crisis management. AI ina hizo. Cultural nuance and the context of your place locally. No one can, AI will not have accuracy when it comes to that, guys. So, AI may not be able to navigate all those spaces, and that is the truth. So that is your protection. Because AI is very great at logic, but it fails at the ground. Like when now we need some real cultural context of what you bring, it doesn't understand that. It doesn't understand some aspects of how we do business in Kenya, or how we do business in America, or how we do business in Europe. Those are specifics for people in those who have those lived experiences of those places. So the local context is your human-only firewall. Protect it, use it as leverage, okay? And on skill stacking, just to, elaborate a little bit, we are looking at automated roles and how to future-proof them. So when you look at for example, the basic data entry roles, for example, you future-proof them by having your skills on data storytelling and strategy. If you have the regular, normal, early on, archaic ways of graphic design, then you do it through creative direction and brand identity. If you have customer support kind of roles, those can be automated. Right now, AI is basically doing a lot of customer support roles. I remember there is no time here in the US where you've made a call for any service, be it government or private, and AI doesn't. It's the AI that will basically schedule appointments. It's the AI that will speak to you first and ask you what you want, and then it will be able to advise you, and based on your feedback or your answers, to whether it will direct you to an agent or not. You get what I'm saying? But AI will not be able to do high-stakes negotiations and empathy. It doesn't do that. It will not be able to solve that problem when you call on that phone, when you have a real problem where you need some solution that is not as per what was coded to do. That is power that only the human can do. Okay? AI can do standard coding syntax, but when it comes to problem solving and AI system architecture, that one, even the data that goes into AI, it is human fed. That is not something AI can do. AI cannot put information to AI. Alright? The human has to be in the middle. You feel me? Alright.